Today, baby, we have a special treat for everyone. We are here to finally talk about the greatest Persona game of all time, Persona 4 Golden. The best Persona game, best characters, best music, best everything.
Wow, seems like somebody is really excited to talk about the third best Persona game.
Yeah, because we all know Persona 3 is number 1 and Persona 5 is number 2.
In your dreams, chumps, you with Strega was as cool as Adachi, baby. Or what, Joe, you gonna compare that lame loser daddy boy Akechi to my Adachi, baby? Just stop it and sit down, you old farts.
Donald, there is no need to be hostile. We are here to talk and appreciate Persona 4. It's like you're forgetting that. Hello everyone, just wanted to say that in this video we are going to be debating just how good Persona 4 Golden was. Please let us know all your thoughts and opinions down in the comments section below. With that said, let's begin.
I have said this before in our other videos, but Persona 4 Golden was the Persona game that made me laugh the most and so much. I just want to say that Yosuke and Teddy are amazing characters and bring so much comedy relief to the game. But also, Persona 4 Golden is the Persona game that had me rolling my eyes the most. I really started eye-rolling when the otaku stalker was being framed as the culprit.
You just can't handle the slick moves Adachi baby has in his arsenal. You're skipping ahead so much though, Obama. You didn't mention the beautiful town of Inaba and how it's the best setting in all of Persona. Nanako automatically making the game feel like home, as well getting the amazing beginning arc with Yosuke and his relationship with Saki. Yukiko and Kanji arcs were also amazing as well.
The only thing amazing up to this point was not having a Mementos or a Tartarus to grind through. I gotta give credit to P4 for that.
Joe, that all you have to say, you P5 enjoyer? What was the dungeons too hard for you? You just can't blow by past every enemy looking for a safe room, Sleepy Joe. You have to actually grind, unlike what you call grinding in mid P5.
Mid? Yeah, you're really stretching it, buddy. You're talking to the best Persona game of all time. Come to us to enjoy some of the best story and gameplay in the business.
But Donald, do you want to explain how dumb the investigation team can be at times? Especially the Otaku Adachi scene. Like, really, did they really think that guy was the true culprit? Like, I could see Kanji maybe believing that, but not the rest of the investigation team. It just makes me roll my eyes and has me thinking that they just need an excuse to pass the time in the game for a while.
Yeah, Donald. And I'm going to need you to explain because you said in a past video Chie would be the best girl if she was in Persona 5. Meanwhile, she steals money from her so-called friend in Yosuke, making him basically having to work shift after shift with no pay because she decided to use his money. And the crazy thing about it is that she didn't even feel bad and talks down to Yosuke. Yeah, all you weirdos can have her. Could never be my girl.
You clearly don't understand Chie. She is like the only one in the whole investigation team without a job. She doesn't have the money to necessarily feed herself, and with everything that was dumped with the Chie and Yukiko arc, you can see why she did that.
Nope, try again, Donald, because she did this to Yosuke when Teddy finally was able to come over to the real world. So that means past the Rise arc, that's such a digression of character development and just actually not being a good friend at all. Just because Yosuke works doesn't mean you need to make it harder for the dude. She needs to get up and get a job. I don't understand how she can steal money from Yosuke but can't steal a job application.
The music in the game is great though. When you're just moving around in the town of Inaba, there isn't much to be explored since it's such a small town, but it gets the job done. I want to say that the dungeon crawling soundtrack to me is lackluster compared to the amazing soundtrack we had in Persona 5 while dungeon crawling. Whims of Fate, Price, Days When My Mother Was There. P4 leaves me very lacking in that category of soundtrack. But the actual battle music is the best in the Persona series.
Oh, I know what you mean, Joe. Rise arc, her dungeon music is terrible. Having to grind to strip club music for an hour plus make my head hurt so much it's unexplainable. My head was pounding so much because of this OST. I don't even really find the dungeon layout itself annoying, but the music after time is just unbearable for that dungeon.
Big babies crying over a strip club OST. At least you were more than rewarded with an amazing Teddy moments in this arc. You need to be grateful because any complaint is all shut down with how the arc ended.
Donald, can we also bring up the fact that you do have a better shuffle time than that god-awful Persona 3 shuffle time? But also, who the hell thought was a good idea to make shadows come out of chest in P4? If I had $1 for how many times I opened a chest just for it to be a shadow, it's insane. They better never bring back this terrible mechanic ever in any Persona game. I wanted to punch my screen so many times when I just simply wanted to open a chest, but instead I would get put into a fight I didn't want to be a part of.
Oh, Donald, when I wasn't constantly eye-rolling over the fact that the investigation team always runs in at the last minute, just for the person to say to their shadow self that it's not them over and over and over again from the next dungeon to the next. Do you want to talk about how dumb putting 4 or even 5 golden hands in front of me is dumb? Like, really, why game? Why even this do if you're going to have them hit me once for a critical and then have them escape?
It's called Get Good. Anyone knows Persona 4 Golden isn't a hard game. The only difficulty spike in the game is Margaret, which is optional final master boss. Every fight in this game is very easily doable. If you just try to walk around skipping floors without doing any leveling, I don't know what you expect, dummy. People act like they hate mementos so much, but love to play gameplay like they are just searching for the next safe room. Light and Dark Spell are also OP, making fights way more fun because you're one-shotting your enemies. Having Naoto is a must because she is the best girl in all of Persona.
You need some water, Donald. Sounds like your voice was going out over there.
I can agree on that. Naoto is the best girl in Persona 4 Golden. I don't know about all of Persona, though. I do want to say that Persona 4 Golden dungeon designs were pretty good. It's better than Tartarus, I hate to say it. But the Heaven arc was just peak P4. That arc had such good writing happening all at once. Great events, great music, great boss fight, great dungeon design. That was peak right. There, ladies and gentlemen, Heaven arc in P4 ascends for real.
That Heaven arc was peak. I almost got a bad ending. That arc was crazy. The game did end up pretty strong with the last of its dungeons. But the final boss fight of base P4 just is weak. I'm going to say it the worst final boss compared to P3 and P5. There was nothing cool about fighting just an eyeball. Say whatever you want about what it symbolizes, but it still doesn't hold it from the fact that it's mid and not even a hard fight that had me really sweating, as well as Marie's whole dungeon gimmick being just annoying, and her boss fight is super easy. And even the final boss fight isn't even hard. If you got past everything up to that point, feel confident about finishing off Izanami.
Joe, why is you capping? You put in the group text that you had to change the difficulty on the Izanami fight because you were tired of grinding?
Makes sense from a P5 elitist. See, with Persona 3, grinding is just another day for us after climbing Tartarus. You're just built different. And don't get me started on the additional floors we had to do in the answer. So P4 is nothing for us. Nyx is still the best boss fight in all of Persona, and still the best ending in all of Persona. Persona 4 has a great message of always following the truth in life and never being satisfied until you get that truth. Marie is a great character. I don't understand the hate for her. I love Persona 4 Golden. I would recommend it to anyone at the end of the day.
Yeah, Obama, I know we've been comparing each game to each other a lot, but we need to say that Persona 4 Golden is an amazing experience that everyone should try out once in their life. Such great storytelling, gameplay, and writing. This is no doubt a 10 out of 10 game.
Yes, I agree. This is a 9.8 out of 10 game.
This is a perfect game, 10 out of 10, the best Persona game in the series. P4 is an amazing time. If you haven't played, please go check it out. You're doing yourself a disservice. And Obama, stop acting like this isn't a 10 out of 10 game.
All right, I will give it a 10 out of 10. But just know Persona 3 is still the best old man.
Well, there you have it. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by. We will all see you next time. Oh, and P.S., Persona 5 Royal is still to go.
Wait, what? Make sure you subscribe to Depressed X Luffy YouTube channel and also following him at @DepressedXLuffy on Twitter.
Hitting the like button would also do amazing wonders. Maybe think about hitting the bell so you can get notified for our next video.
I'm going crazy. Is this a game or